on Amazonia in the upper right. The three-time Dust League champion, the strongest American Warcraft player of all time, according to Bidu. It's Hitman. That sounds pretty intimidating, but his opponent is playing for Oceanus Gaming, the pride of Canada, probably the best micro in NA. It's iNSUPERABLE. And now we are looking at the builds Bidu, and I am super curious what we will see.
Yeah, me too. I am really, really curious. I wanted to point out that I was surprised Amazonia actually stayed. Maybe he's Hitman actually showing a little bit of worry against the Criplord on Echo Isles, but Amazonia is probably one of iNSUP's most dominant maps, especially in every matchup. He's just so solid on this map. It's a small enough map where you can kind of take an expansion if you want, if you can pressure the opponents, and you can also get these sweet surrounds if you go for a ghoul opener. Looks like iNSUP's going to go Fiends and DK. And we got Hitman along with Cooper. Maybe even Cooper takes a page out of Hitman's note, going with the Blade Master in this matchup. I am pretty excited. Like you said, Hitman is the 3-time Dust League champion, which is a big feat. And iNSUP has always been in the top 4. He's played a lot of best ofs against Hitman. I don't think he's won any yet, but this is the one to do. It's the major. It's the big time. So I'm excited to see how this goes out. I don't think that Hitman's going to make this easy for him, and the map pool is very interesting. I think AZ NITS is a really good pool. We're going to see some cool stuff. Looks like Hitman's actually going for the Lightning Shield with the Peon. Pretty standard how he pulls this stuff off. He's just really good. And iNSUP might... he actually just going to creep it instead.
Alright, he creeps it as well. Does he have a Lightning Shield? I don't think so, right? It's just a Purge here, so iNSUP messing it up a little, and you say it's pretty standard stuff, but with the Blade Master, this is pretty hard to do. I still really don't know how that works. We had Esl trying to explain it to me, but you know, my brain is also not the biggest, not the fastest, so usually you trigger this with a range attack or a spell, but the Blade Master has none of that. So it's a kind of special little trick that Hitman pulls off here, and that's an instant level 2.3, and we start with a Claws of Attack.
Yeah, and we just see how quickly, I mean standard in terms of Hitman. You guys have to understand, he just plays at a way different level. He makes it look a lot easier than it is, but he's just so fine-tuned like we talked about. You have to play a perfect game to beat him. That's what history has shown. You have to truly outplay him or even deviate from the meta. And doing something really wacky that his build maybe isn't accustomed to, but we just see constant adjustments. He's just like a sponge, constantly absorbing knowledge about the game and adjusting and fine-tuning his builds to just become this god of an NA player. And I think even a lot of people in Europe and Asia respect him, and this is why. And it looks like he's being super aggressive here. It looks like the Nerubian's going to slow him down for a bit, but I guess he's just trying to figure out the tech timing, what's going on. He sees the second Zig going up. Bunch of skellies for iNSUP, but he could be stuck in his base for a while, because maybe Hitman is going to just put on a lot of pressure until he gets that tier 2 hero. Obviously, we're a while away from tier 2, but just seeing a lot of pressure from Hitman. And this is his hallmark too. Just slow down the DK creeping and wait for your second hero. Could be Shadowhunter, and then go for the creep. It looks like Hitman's got his 3rd Grun here.
Yeah, the double burrow definitely indicates that it's quite expensive, delays the tech a little, but you get something done. You apply pressure, as you say. But for iNSUP, I think it's kind of fine. He got level 2. That's all he really needs for the very early game, until he gets that transition, and then is a lot safer with the Lich and the Frost Armor, both with good items for a start. Grunts catch a little bit, but iNSUP is not moving out with too much on the map. It's only skeletons, so what is there really for Hitman to do? This is 4 ghouls into Fiends.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, he's got the level 2, which is pretty big. It's quite easy to do that on Amazonia. Like, you can just Lightning Shield, creep your level 2 right away. And iNSUP's just waiting for Fiends, right? He's just going into the tech. He's just waiting. He's got 1 rallied in his base. He'll probably wait for 2 or 3 before he pushes out. But actually, the DK and Viz right now with the cloak, and might be able to steal some of the creeps here. But Hitman backs off. He must have known that the DK is there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's a dust
Really
against
nice.
the Blade Master. Coil secures the troll kill, so iNSUP is getting something done. This one grunt is hurt. Will definitely trigger one of these heal cells.
Yeah, and Hitman taking a lot of damage on this run. Gonna have to go home. The second hero might have to salve him, and you do not want to be losing units this early in the game. Looks like iNSUP was trying to coil the Trapper, but the trees kind of blocked his vision, so Hitman's gonna clean that up, get really close to level 3, and maybe a bit of a blunder there from iNSUP. Maybe you wanted that 2.7 yourself. Lich coming out though, tier 2. Now is iNSUP gonna tech straight to tier 3? He is before Slaughterhouse. So pretty interesting opener from iNSUP, just being super. He just wants that tech, right? He knows that Hitman is probably one of the fastest techers in this matchup. He just goes straight to tier 3 super quick, gets his second hero, third hero, and then just tries to overwhelm you with micro. But I like that iNSUP is respecting that a bit and going for his quick tier 3 as well.
I wonder if Hitman is going to be super aggressive with the Shadowhunter once again. A little bit of an interesting move by iNSUP, starting that Murloc camp, but not going fully through with it. Respecting Hitman's position for sure. So yeah, against Say-So, we saw a super impactful Shadowhunter with the Haxes and then instantly with the kills. So just threatening a little with the Blade Master. And of course, iNSUP, knowing that the aggressive Shadowhunter is a thing, has to back off of this, and this is more experience for Hitman, who now got level 3.
Yeah, it looks like Hitman's keeping his army close, but not too far away. It looks like he's going to try to creep the Kobold. With a level 3 Blade, I think you just want to be aggressive with your Blade and get your Shadowhunter to level 3, which is what you're seeing. As soon as he saw the Lich, I don't think he's keen to try to hex and kill some Fiends. But right now is a good timing because the DK is not level 3, and it looks like, look how aggressive Hitman's being. He gets dusted, but he's got tons of mana. He'll be able to get out of there, and looks like he's just coming to. But at the same time, Hitman's Shadowhunter almost level 2 for free, essentially, because look how much time in delay that Hitman is doing. Like, iNSUP is having a hard time creeping this. He's getting it, though. He's chipping away. But you're also sharing this between 2 heroes, right? So not getting as much experience, 1.5 on the Lich, 2.7 on the DK. Not as good as if you just solo crept your DK to level 3 or something, and the Shadowhunter level 2. And this is how optimal Hitman is. No wasted time, going straight to the shop, creeping that up. He's going to get very close to level 3. And in the meantime, I mean, iNSUP has barely crept a thing.
Well, he got pretty much the entire Null camp here right in front of his base. He still got the Murlocs. He's trying to go for the Sasquatch. And in comparison to the first round match of Hitman, he's not able to steal everything that he sees. So iNSUP is playing nicely around this. Can't prevent the Sasquatch, though. And that is one of the biggest experience that's close to this base. Trying to surround the Forest Troll, making sure he gets that. Oh, Blade Master might be in trouble here. There was a reveal. I think he used them both already. Oh, yeah, but yeah. Now you're right.
Yeah.
It's so much freedom for the Shadowhunter.
Yeah, and iNSUP out of dust, so that's going to be fine for now. But yeah, picking up that Sasquatch, really, really good. iNSUP, yeah, like you said, he's been getting the camps, but I think just the pressure from Hitman, he's hardly ever been creeping anything. Looks like he's going to get level 2 from his Lich. The DK, actually, it might get really close to 3-2, which is good. But he really can't even take a fight until that level 3 DK, right? But in the meantime, Shadowhunter about to be level 3, and iNSUP will probably try to take a fight, or sorry, Hitman will probably try to take a fight right away, especially tier 3's done. We see how fast Hitman's tech is. Kodo coming out, Tauren Chieftain coming out, gonna bring some salves, and the Orb, I assume. And then, because Hitman's floating a lot of money. And then we'll probably see a fight, and this is gonna be, you know, level 2 coil. If iNSUP can creep out this camp.
You have 2 claws on the Blade Master already, and he just found the Sobi Mask in combination with the 2 Mantles of Intelligence. This inventory for Hitman is absolutely insane. iNSUP on the other side, finally getting his level 3. Is Hitman ready to fight yet? Not really. He's waiting for that TC that you mentioned, and that is, I guess, kind of lucky for iNSUP, who's still waiting for the Ghoul Frenzy. His Lich is not to be underestimated either. I like that iNSUP is not walking into any traps that Hitman sends him. Whoa!
What?
It's the double minus armor strat, dude. It's Acid Bomb plus Orb of Corruption. That minus armor is insane.
Oh, this is really scary because he's just gonna go straight for units, and before Berserker upgrade, Hitman trying to get a Wyvern out too. I kind of like it, but this could get really dicey. And now with the Orb on the Lich, this is a good tier 3 army for iNSUP. Level 3 on the DK. This is looking pretty scary now. I wonder how Hitman's going to engage these fights, considering that iNSUP's main game plan is to just go for units.
Yeah, this is interesting, man. It's no disable against the TC, who will probably not have an easy time rising to level 3, but there's this Murloc, there's the Natural, there's the Mercamp, there's the Red Spot, so it's definitely possible for Hitman to get there. It's also no damage mitigation that you might get with the Pit Lord, who also offers good AoE against the Headhunters. It's also no Crypt Lord to is a nice tank and also AoE plus stun. This is a very new approach, but the downside of this Alchemist is, of course, you can't coil him.
Yeah, and they're fighting right now. The reds are still available, but these two, the Expo and the Merc Camp, are very, very crucial for creeping. That's, you know, the Lich is level 3, but it looks like they're going to fight anyway, and this is the strat. Just go for the units. And the surrounds, the ghouls, obviously, iNSUP has some of the best micro in the game. He's going to have to kill that Kodo if he wants to get rid of to bring the Fiend back, but nice illusions on the Blade as well, kind of confusing iNSUP a little bit in this fight. Blade Master going ham, and it looks like iNSUP's taking a really good fight here. He's got the Fiends in the back, the Lich in the back. Good positioning so far. Hitman actually is having a hard time with the surface area on these units. And right now the supply is favoring Hitman. But if Hitman doesn't start killing units with his blade, this could... Oh, huge stomp though!
Very good heal wave as well. He's applying another acid bomb. We saw it's in total -7 armor. You see it here now. This is plus 17 damage. It's insane what this damage gets him here. Hitman floating around 50 supply. That was one good coil. Alchemist down to 50%, applying another acid bomb, but these Fiends are about to drop, and maybe that TP a little too late for iNSUP, losing 2 of them. Saves the Alchemist, though. Hitman ending this fight on 45, iNSUP at 38, but... on the back of this, we talked about the lacking damage mitigation. We had Banshees.
Yeah, I like the curse being added to this, but I mean the key factor there was iNSUP had to kill units, right? And just the window, Hitman was doing so good with his Shadowhunter, with the Sobi Mask as well, doesn't hurt at all. The heal waves keeping those units alive, and then Hitman's heroes were just able to just destroy. And then we saw iNSUP with the TPO, but iNSUP kind of missing a window there to maximize his damage. The Alchemist still level 1. It's just kind of fodder at this point. This is a plus 26 blade with the Kodo Aura. This is a lot of damage. And now this is a level 4 blade with the level 2 crit. It's a lot of damage, man. The Lich getting targeted GG. I mean, yeah, just too much stuff from Hitman.
Damn. It's again the American Lin prevailing here. This was a pretty good game with a very interesting approach. Carson, Alchemist versus Orc, your opinion?
Interesting. Yeah, it's not unheard of. It's something I've seen iNSUP do in the past. It's something we've seen Happy do as well. Even dating way back to like 2008, people used to do that against Orcs sometimes. It's interesting. Sometimes I don't like, so to speak, putting all your eggs in one basket. You know, like if Night Elf is going for mass archers, you don't necessarily need to get like a bear for roar because, oh, I'm already doing a lot of damage. Why not do more damage? So sort of putting all your eggs in the basket of minus armor, all focus fire from the Fiends, I don't always agree with. I think the Pit Lord against that beast of a Blade Master might have been a little bit more helpful, but I do think it's an interesting strategy, and I think that's the sort of stuff that iNSUP needs to do to secure these wins. Get a little wacky, get a little weird, you know? I think that's a good idea out of him.
These item drops, though, were absolutely insane. 2 claws, 2 mantles, Sobi Mask, big mana. Does it get any better for Hitman here?
I don't know. That was pretty rough. But like I said, just the heroes were able to go ham for Hitman. iNSUP kind of ran out of timing, and he kind of hit level 3 DK just as Hitman was coming with 3-3, right? So, I mean, that's a tough fight early. And then iNSUP trying to take the fight. There was a window where I thought iNSUP could do a lot of damage as soon as he got the Alchemist, because there was really just some melee units. I think one Headhunter was out, which was about to be a Berserker, but it was really before the TC could get any creeping level 1, and maybe that was the window to do it, but, I mean, Hitman just doesn't give you enough time.
That was pretty sick indeed. I would love to know how this game looks if iNSUP is not messing up this Lightning Shield creep in the very beginning. That accelerate the game super heavy for Hitman.
Yeah, we see Hitman just understanding the timings of everything super well. Generally speaking, the Orc has the map control early game, and then as soon as the Undead gets Frost Armor, the Orc is forced to back off. We see as soon as that Lich comes out, Hitman brings his Grunts back, goes and creeps the Shadowhunter to 3, and then once Orc has that Orb, they can take another fight, and Hitman waiting until he has those 3 heroes in that Orb and taking that good fight over that expansion, getting the big mana pot, and we'll see if he understands the timings as well on Northern Isles.
Exactly, that's the map we're loading into. We see the tail of the tape once again. Hitman, 4th best Orc in the world, only behind the absolute legends that are Lin, Focus, and Fly. So with that, can he get a 2-0? Northern Isles will tell us. And the American Lin, Victor Lin, is starting in the bottom left. And his opponent trailing, facing the lower bracket, but not without chances here in this best of 3 series. It's iNSUPERABLE. Alright, Bidu, is this gonna be another quick 2-0? I thought we're over this now here in America.
I don't know. The Dust Boys are bringing the heat today. I mean, it looks so far so good. I'll knock on my wood desk right now, but I'm really excited for Northern Isles. I feel like this is one of those maps that's like super. If you give up too much, your opponent can kind of run away with it. Hitman has done some crazy creeping. He'll just steal items from you, especially cross map. So if you're INSUP right now, INSUP's opening Crypt Lord too. Wow. So it looks like a Crypt Lord fast expand from INSUP, and this is going to be interesting.
It is absolutely interesting, since this is... I was about to say it. This is a little weird. There's no graveyard nor a second ziggurat, but here he drops it. So this is now interesting because we mentioned it in the pregame talk. He really made big statements about, I'm neglecting this Crypt Lord. I'm not playing it. I feel myself with pride not playing this Crypt Lord. But here he is. It's a pretty good map, I gotta say. You creep the green, you creep the expo, you put it down, and then let's see what the orc can do. Hitman answers once again with the Blade Master.
Yeah, so we're gonna find out if this is a tilt strat, or if INSUP's just trolling everyone with 300 IQ and he's been training for this and this is his moment. We're really gonna find out what happens here. But yeah, he's going with the Blade Skull. The good thing about this map is the expo is relatively easy to creep out. Looks like INSUP's actually gonna go for the... Oh, where is he going? Is he gonna go for the consumable camp first?
Going to the...
Maybe a little worried about maybe if he's trying to creep out the expansion, Hitman being aggressive, stealing the greater consumable. We've seen Hitman do that to undead players, steal their consumable first before taking his. But this could be a meta play.
Yeah, he's taking the consumable here, and what he did was he was killing a critter on the left-hand side. He was donating his scouting acolyte to the Ogre Magi. So there's another corpse, and then he can summon some beetles and accelerate that creeping. Pretty good, pretty good. Making good usage of what this map has to offer. And what a reward with the Potion of Greater Mana.
Yeah, great item here. He's got the acolyte here. He's probably ready to go straight to the expansion level 2. He's got Impale. This is a really nice start. Hitman just being super passive as well. It wouldn't be a Hitman game, guys, if he wasn't able to get Claws of Attack +6. The item hack clearly on for Hitman level 2, and this is where you know, I question maybe it's a little... Oh my god,
what?
He's going for the red... Oh my... Come on. Come on, this doesn't work.
He's... Okay, maybe with the big mana potion it can, but it... I mean, it absolutely shouldn't. Ghouls are starting to fall as well. There's another corpse. But this Magnetor Reaver has 1,500 HP. He must have practiced this. This is, of course, the rest of the map going to Hitman.
Well, yeah, I hope he did, because like we said, the mid camps are so important. You get good items, you get map control. There's only one shop in the game. Blade taking a little bit of damage here, but yeah, INSUP is essentially giving up the whole mid control to take this camp. It looks like he's making it happen. Great micro from INSUP.
What the hell, dude?
This
you
is
can
really
creep
this
the
is really,
red
I've
spot.
never...
This is one of the biggest red spots in the entire game, and you creep it as your second spot.
Yeah, not good PR for undead players. Todd's gonna go absolutely ham on Twitter after this, but this is insane. Level 3 on the Crypt Lord. He's got good items too, man. He's got claws +12.
And Hitman has no idea.
No, he has no idea. I guarantee you Hitman has never seen this before. This is actually next level thinking from INSUP. I'm so impressed. He's gonna probably notice that, you know, he scouted the natural expansion of INSUP. So right away he thinks he's at mine, and he sees the beetles here, and he goes, oh my god, they're coming from the east side. There's no way that he's taking the red camp. He's gonna bring the blade here right now. He's like, there's no way. Look, he sees the spiders. He goes, come on. There's no way. And yeah, Hitman. He takes the red camp expansion. This is huge. This is going to give him, you know, just a freedom expand. I don't even think Hitman can actually fight this until level 3, which he probably will get from that beetle. Oh, nice burrow. Oh, he's still going to get it.
It's a tiny bit too late, but he might be able to steal this Ogre Magi if he pops the potion, and that's exactly what he does. Look at that timing by INSUP, and these grunts, man, they don't look too good. That's one down. Has to get a speed scroll to get the second one out. More experience going towards INSUP, who now has a good amount of ghouls. as well. Late Master gets that. Lastly, there's also a good amount of mana to get out of it. Can he steal this one? Well, not really a question, right? He's so good at that last hits. But what an early game for iNSUPE.
Yeah, I gotta say, that was a level 1 Impale too. Just did so much damage, free grunt. You want to pick off units, this is really good. But now Hitman is the type of player, obviously, he checked the items on the Crypt Lord anyway, sees the claws plus 12. And even if he didn't, he probably knows something's up. But look at these beetles at the main base of Hitman, gonna take down the shop. This is really tilting, and there's a grunt really low, actually. Really low, but Hitman's gonna catch that right away and move it around. These beetles might just dive for it. And he's forcing peons to be burrowed for damage. Look at 5 peons that aren't harvesting resources right now. This is a really good early game from iNSUPE, and this is the kind of strats that we said that you need to do. You have to go outside the box. Oh my god, I can't believe you kept that grunt alive. Look at the grunt!
Alright, that was a pretty sick hide and seek here. Of course, the big strength of the beetles, they can burrow on level 2, and that's super annoying. They don't have an expiration date. They don't disappear after a certain time. They live until they die. Simple as that.
Yeah, it looks like Hitman's going into Walker tier 3, so he definitely wants to try hero. Maybe he'll even do Torin? I'm not even really sure what Hitman's game plan is against this, but he's definitely going to scout that the expansion's been up. He's going to look. Okay, it's 8,500. He's been mining here for a bit. And yeah, I mean, iNSUPE's just setting up shop. Graveyard here, he's Gucci, man. He's looking really, really good. Yeah. Tech is okay, almost tier 2, putting down a second crypt, actually. And this could be for, like, pumped fiends. This could be for just a big, big 70 food army push. We'll see. DK is going to come out, I assume. Quick tier 3 for Lich. Pass those claws over. But yeah, this Crypt Lord's looking really scary right now. The good thing for Hitman, though, is that he's going to take his consumable from his Shadow Hunter. He's going to get level 2. When the tier 3 hits, he's going to grab a 3rd hero. And I'm not really sure when iNSUPE's going to hit, or you know, but it looks like Hitman's going to have some time to adjust here.
iNSUPE has perfect vision, of course. He has beetles all across the map, so every move you make, I'll be watching you. And I wonder if he puts down his 3rd crypt, and that's exactly what he does. A little bit side-inspired, maybe was the first one to really mass the ghouls. 70 supply, ghouls only, with frenzy. That is terrifying, and until you have a high-level TC and maybe even Torin, what's the answer to this?
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of ghouls. Nice Impale as well. I mean, if iNSUPE can kill any units before these ghouls really come to fruition, this is going to be nuts. No upgrades yet on the ghouls, but yeah, I mean, Frenzy ghouls are insane. And I'm not too sure what the counter is. Even a few Torns, you know, the Pulverize is good, but you have to kind of rely on your Torn Chieftain, Stomps. You can get truly overwhelmed by this, and we'll see. So far, so good. Hitman's picking up a few ghouls, but what's really crazy is he has 3 grunts that are really low HP.
Yeah, man.
And at any time, he can get jacked here, so...
This is so interesting. This is so unique. I love this already.
Oh, it looks like he's actually just gonna do a Fiend Pump. Okay, DK coming out second. And it looks like he's just gonna, yeah, he's just gonna go into like 60 supply, 70 supply, just mass Fiends. Okay, I mean, I like the Ghoul answer, triple Crypt. I mean, can you do that? Oh,
can you support 3 Crypts with Fiends? That's so expensive, but creature attack definitely indicates... Yeah, he's unsummoning the Crypt. He's definitely... Yeah, he's changing it up. There was initially a different plan, but maybe Fiend's just safer going into Slaughterhouse as well. Here's the DK for some healing, and then the Lich will follow for the range attack for Frost Armor for Nova. You know it. As he has a Claws plus 12. That Lich will be a pretty happy one. Counter expansion.
Yeah, tiny Great Hole going down for Hitman. Kind of weird to see indecisiveness from iNSUPE. Like, you do a strat like this, like you didn't know what strat to do, but I'm not too sure what Hitman did to change the strategy. Oh my god, Hitman just stole the last hit on that. Hellstone, which Crypt Lord's gonna get, but wow.
Instantly
the DK coil isn't very good either. This is a level 1 coil. Hitman could definitely get some kills here. Does he have speed scroll?
Oh my!
Torn Chieftain comes into the mix too. Quick TP. Oh man, what a great jack from Hitman.
Yeah, maybe he's back with just this one fight. As he has the 2 base up now as well. His heroes definitely outscale the Crypt Lord DK at this point. I mean, after the rat spot, what did the Crypt Lord really achieve? He spent a lot of time. He was trying to contest Hitman in the middle, but that was just wasting time. He didn't get a grunt there. He never got level 4. That's Impale level 2, that's not to be underestimated, and Beetles 3, oh my.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Now, Hitman isn't creeping with the Shadow Hunter, so this TC is going to get level 2 and the Blade's going to get level 4. And this is all that Hitman should really rely on, is just trying to get your heroes high enough level that you can take a fight easily, because you're going to be dealing with a huge 60 supply, maybe even 70 supply fight. And I think Hitman's goal, until that Tiny really comes to fruition, he has the capabilities for 70 now, but I think he's going to want to sit on that gold mine for a bit before breaking. I think if he breaks now and takes a bad fight, it's just going to be really risky.
I don't know if this is on purpose, but the Shadow Hunter was parked at the expansion, got the orb, and was hoping for some purges against the incoming beetle harass. So smart.
Yeah, I mean, Hitman's just so smart, and he knows that right now I have my Tiny up. Okay, you have an expansion, that's fine. If I can hold mine, then that's great. Keeping the Shadow Hunter there, really good. Reinforced defense is almost done too, so the Shadow Hunter's just staying for a bit more. He's actually just going to join the army. Probably iNSUPERABLE's probably not going to bring any beetles, but yeah, just the next like level IQ play from Hitman. I mean, this is so high end, guys. Like, this is literally the top end, cream of the crop games that you're going to find on NA. And iNSUP with the swing strat, I mean, this is a lot of army. This is 60 supply undead. If this DK can creep up to level 3, he might get into a big fight. We still don't see that third hero. And I think maybe you want to Lich in this case, because, you know, Hitman got his third hero a while ago, and I don't know if you want to give that hero advantage over to one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, I would love to see a Lich, just because there's already plus 21 claws on the Crypt Lord. Like, give it to a Lich, please. Hitman is so good at the moment. He's taking out these statues. There's an Impale, but without the Nova, what can you really do? You don't want to waste your entire mana on these Impales. You kind of need beetles as well. You see, he took out 2 statues here.
Yeah, and without the Frost Armor even, these statues get picked off so much with the Purge and the crit. Hitman's just actually soloing the beetles right now. And looks like iNSUPERABLE's going to take a fight. The Blade's kind of out of position. He's going to have to come too, but big stomp so far. Fiend a little bit out of position, but this is still a level 1 coil. Oh, the lightning shield on the TC. Is the TC going to die, though? There's Scroll of Healing, pops the first one. Is the Shadow Hunter going to be able to save the TC? He does save the TC, and the Fiend goes down. This Hitman turns a kind of a wacky position into a good fight right away. And maybe that was a good chance for iNSUPERABLE to get some damage done before the Torrents come in, but here's one. These are Master Walkers. This is an expansion for Hitman that's been held very well. Here comes the Watchtower. And I don't know, man. We're looking at an even supply here when iNSUPERABLE had the swing really early. I mean, how fast was that red expansion? iNSUPERABLE should probably be, you know, well ahead in this game, but Hitman just taking good fights.
Yeah, I like it. It's definitely the better decision-making at the moment. iNSUPERABLE maybe a little indecisive, as you pointed out before. Now we got Spirit Link, we got the spell, and no third hero still. We had 3 statues queued up, so at this point, I think it is on purpose, and he's skipping that Lich, and I'm not sure if I agree with that decision. Good Impale once again, but there's his Blade Master, and with the Rune Braces, he's super tanky. We got upgrades on the Kodo Beast, once again going in for a snack. We even have the first Torrent, and he's gone.
Yeah, and there's your coil, and I mean, this, I think Hitman's just going to go, he's got Hex level 1, he can Hex units down, everything that gets it targeted right now with the Purge is going to die. The Blade Master's just going to go ham sandwich here. Torrent Chieftain has a big stomp, gets every single unit in the game. Oh my Lanta, GG is called, and that is it.
Another